Alrighty, it's 8 o'clock. Welcome to our Thursday night team call. So I feel like it's weird that we call it a call. It's not really a call, more so a training video. I'm going to open up the slides that I prepared for you guys. So as I shared, we are going over the 4 phases of the business. Can I just quickly say, if ever on a team call you see me going like this, I have 2 computer screens. I'm not crazy. I always wonder if people just think I'm absolutely insane. So I'm going to share my screen, and I just need a quick okay in the chat box to let me know when you guys see it so that I know it's clear. Can you guys see that? Yay! Okay, awesome. I always appreciate the coaches that are on live. It makes me feel like I'm not just here talking to myself. So, and it like amps me up. So there's going to be a lot of real talk in this training. There's going to be a lot of aha moments. There's going to be a lot of storytelling. I actually have extra notes down here, and I have props. This is like a full show and tell presentation. What I wanted to do was take you guys, a lot of you guys were saying you needed help with recruiting, with social media, with time management, with what in the F, fair warning, I may swear, what in the F to be doing in your business, like based off of where you are. Like, how do you know when you need to host a sneak peek, and how do you know how much you should be earning, and all of that. So I'm going to take you guys through the entire phase structure from new coach to, like, let's say you want to go full-time 6 figures. That's what I'm going to take you guys through. Okay. So let's kick this sucker off. All right. This is basically your trajectory. And yes, it's February 1st, and Angie kind of goes gangbusters with Valentine's Day. I love it. I love the hearts and I love the pink. So the reason why I have the squiggly lines, I have to say, is just in case you guys thought that it was a straight line from new coach to star diamond plus and being a 6-figure earner. It's not. And I think that these squiggly lines are like the perfect representation of how they like, oh, I'm doing good. Nope. And you just like, you never know what's happening. And right around the corner, it's like you have that aha moment. You're like, oh my gosh, I'm soaring. Like, to me, that was really the phases of my business. And that's what I'm going to help you guys with, because I wasn't necessarily a coach that like rocked it right out of the park. I had a lot of passion. I had a lot of fire. I believed in the business. Did I believe in myself right away? Not really. I was not a confident leader. I wasn't really able to speak properly on video either, to like even feel confident with my presence. Like, the idea of speaking on a stage was just, don't even. I was very, very shy. If you guys ever see my old YouTube videos when I first got started, I was so shy, but I did the things. And so I want to take you guys through my own journey, because I do think that I've seen success, but I'm also not like some sort of a special snowflake unicorn thing. I really just did the fundamentals. Anybody can duplicate what I did and probably far outdo me. So to me, these are the 4 phases. And yes, I describe them by rank, but to me, it's not about rank. It's just so that you can be aware of what they all are. And I'm someone that's very, I get very excited by rank recognition. I'm more so motivated by recognition, words of affirmation, and rank. So to me, as a new coach, like, that motivated me, because I knew that there was gifts involved. I knew that they would sing my praises. Like, I'm someone that, like, just tell me I'm pretty and buy me shit. Like, I love, those are my love languages, gifts and words of affirmations. Like, it's the truth. So as a new coach, to me, the way that I would describe phase 1, new coach, is results and growth. And I'm going to dive into each of these. And just to give you guys an idea of income, obviously it can be way bigger than this. Like, some coaches far outdo this, but this was about what I was at. So a brand new baby coach, it took me about 4 months to go Emerald. But before that, I was making about $100 a month. Like, some months I made $29. My first paycheck was $29.95. And I was so excited. So that's the new coach. Emerald phase, you're starting to build a team. You're starting to recruit coaches, even if it's like your mom and your husband, which is what it was for me. And you're starting to have that level of creation, like that ownership of, I can post on social media and I'm building this thing and this is my business. And it's like excitement, right? And in there, you're anywhere from, $250 a month. There was one month that I earned $795 as an Emerald coach, because it was all commission based. And I just went gangbusters with my challenge group, and I got really excited. And that ultimately was the thing that led me to Diamond, because I was just building my confidence, which Diamond to me is the ultimate rank that you're like, okay, I can do this thing, because it feels real when you hit Diamond. Diamond is like the shiny thing. I remember whenever I hit it, I remember exactly where I was, and it was a confidence boost for me. It was like, I'm a big dog. Like, I have a legit team. And what it was also was clarity on my goals. It was clarity on my why. It all kind of, it came to fruition when I hit Diamond. And I never saw it though as like a pit stop where I wanted to hang out for very long, because I wanted to hit that next level. So I was making about $500 a month, anywhere from $500 to $1,000 a month at this point. And again, this was like with the actual work. Like I was putting in work. I had challengers that I was signing up. I'm going to go through all this with you guys, but I don't want you to ever think that it just fell from the sky. And then Star Diamond, obviously this is the baseline, $1,000 a month. And this is like, to me, I say true leader because you're not playing the game alone anymore. It's way more fun to have other diamonds play this game with you than just you sitting and being the only leader. And from there, you get to expand. This is when it's like fun. Like you get to really expand your empire and expand what you thought was at all possible and go way beyond that. So again, 1K is really just the beginning. And that takes me to, let's go like dive in deep to phase 1. Cause I think that a lot of coaches on here, and by the way, if you guys feel like you're at a certain one of these phases, like if you think that you're phase 1, 2, 3, or 4, by all means, comment it in the chat group. I would love to know where the majority of the people on this call feel that they are, because I'm going to go through exactly what you should be doing at every single phase. I figured we'd have a lot of phase 1s. Okay, so phase 1, the best part about this is you're really excited. You're like blissful. You're like, I've started a new thing. The best feeling in the world is when you're like, I love someone wrote Heather at 1.5. I love that. So when you start a new project, it's one of the most exciting things in the world because it's new, it's exciting, it's like a new relationship. And I've used this metaphor before where everything is rosy and you're excited and everything's awesome. And then when it starts to get hard, you're like, what do I do? So to me, that what has to happen as a new coach, and this is almost like anticipating the next phase, and it's so critical. And this was the thing that helped me propel. It was also the thing that held me back because I lacked it. And it wasn't necessarily belief in the workouts. Like I did the workouts. I don't know. I hope all of you guys are doing the workouts every single day and you're drinking your shakes. Like for me, I so believed in the workouts and I believed in the products. I believed in Shakeology. Like everything that I was talking about was so legit. Like I felt it in my bones. Like it was what I did every single day. It wasn't hard to talk about. Was I a little bit awkward on social media and shy? Yeah, 100%. But just let's say talking with Andre back and forth and being like, oh my God, I love it. I love Turbo Fire, blah, blah, blah. Like I believed in it. I believed in the business model too. And this was the thing that kind of sold me on the business model. One, that I didn't have to trade time for money, that the idea of having residual income, money, making money while I sleep, basically not being chained to the 9-to-5 lifestyle, to me, that blew my mind. Because I was like, I can make money while I sleep. And that killed me. I thought that was amazing. And then the other thing was the idea of the bonuses and the whole concept of that when I help someone else achieve their dreams, my dreams would come true. And that to me, that showed me a legit and truthful business model, not an empty box of tricks, a legit business model. And that mattered to me. But where I was lacking was not belief in the business, was not belief in the business model, was not belief in Beachbody, was not belief in the products. I had all of that. It was me. I didn't think that I was one of those people. I really didn't. And that's probably like, you could like hop off the call right here because that's probably where most of you guys are falling short, whether you realize it or not. And the truth of the matter is someone signed you up in this business and you should thank them. Like you should literally send them a thank you message today because that person could change the course of your life forever if you choose to believe in yourself. But that person believed in you. Like that person wanted you on their team because they saw potential in you. Like, did you ever look at it that way? So one thing that I think needs to be like your number one focus as a new coach, and almost like I would say like 80% of your time spent is personal development on believing in yourself. So I just wrote a couple for you guys. Brene Brown is like the queen at this. I don't know if you guys have ever read anything by her. She has Rising Strong. She has Daring Greatly. She's, to me, if Oprah says it's good, I read it. So Oprah loves her. So Rising Strong. And then one of my favorites, and I know like Jill Lynn has read this and a ton of coaches on the team have read this, You're a Badass, is like the most empowering book. I loved that book. So if you struggle with your own self-worth and like your vision in life, you need to, that's like numero uno in this whole thing. And if I can just simplify new coach status for you, and really at any level, is health and growth. And I think that so many coaches kind of push this to the side. They will think that they can build the business and, do the get rich quick thing without doing the workouts, without seeing a transformation, without seeing growth in doing their personal development as well. So if you're doing your workouts every single day and you have a transformation, like a physical transformation, I'm not talking losing 20 pounds. I didn't have that at all. But did I have a physical transformation? Heck yeah. All of the top coaches, all of the most successful coaches have a transformation in some way, shape, or form in this business. Even if you're in like the most amazing shape in the world, like I think that Christy Kauser, who's a Star Diamond coach on the team, has like the most rockin' body, and she's still sculpting her body. Like she's still evolving. So if that transformation means that you're just getting even more toned, or maybe you do have 20 plus pounds to lose, or maybe you have to put on, that was my story, 10 plus pounds. Like whatever your transformation is, you have one. And even if that's mental, like you have a transformation. And if, as a coach, if you do not see that transformation in the allotted time that you're giving yourself, 80 days in our case, then you're failing as a coach. It's about your transformation and your growth. And so to me, your workouts and your shake and your personal development, that's 2 of the 3 vital behaviors, like duh. So to me, those are the ones that everybody just kind of pushes to the wayside. And they're like, how do I rock social media? You want to know how you rock social media? You get results. People want to follow results. Truth. Like that's it. So if you're becoming better, your results need to become better and your business will grow. You need to work on your results improving. That's all that it is. And I mean results mentally, emotionally, what you think about yourself, and physically. So the other thing that I want to share with you guys, and just to put this, I was a coach that, and I think a lot of people are like this, like they don't necessarily need the motivation. They might need that sense of that someone believes in them. But I was so excited that I was like, just tell me what to do and I'll do it. But I needed like a to-do list. So I have this thing called Win the Week for a new coach. Really anybody can do it. Phase 1, I will share it with you guys. But this is what I personally think that you should be doing. Will all of the new coaches do all of this, or should they do all of this in a full week? They should. Will they? Probably not. And that's the idea, is that you have something to work towards. If you were sitting down with a billionaire and you were like, hey, what do I need to do to become a billionaire? And they were like, hey, here's this checklist. Would you just put it on the side and kind of ignore it? Like I would be like, okay, come to me, little friend, and let's just be best friends, little paper, and I'm going to take you everywhere. So that's what I'm saying. Like I literally pulled the top coaches in the network and on our team, and I asked them, like, what is it that you do? So 21 healthy meals in your week, 21 challenge group invites, at least 5 workouts in a week, 7 days of Shakeology, 7 lifestyle posts, 7 fitness and nutrition posts, because we are a fitness and nutrition company. Hello, we own a business, but your lifestyle posts show who you really are to your core. And I think that that's so important to have both. And a lot of people don't have the balance of this. Your personal development, 7 days a week, every single day. And I think 10 minutes is like a stretch. Like let's call it like an hour every single day, but we'll start with 10 minutes. 3 coaching posts, 3 recognition posts, finds. Yeah, I will post this up for you guys. 3 recognition posts of a challenger, someone that did something awesome in your challenge group. Like it doesn't mean that you have to have coaches yet. 3 recognition posts, 2 Success Club points, yay, and 1 new coach. Do you guys feel like that helps you be like, okay, I've got you. Like I can work with this. So this is weekly. And it's literally just check marks. You know how freaking good it feels to just go like, yes, that makes me so happy. So this is what you need to do to see success. Okay. This is how you win the week. Yay. Okay. So phase 2, surprise, surprise. The first step, continue the activities from phase 1. So to me, I'm reading your comments as I'm just seeing a lot of yays. Love, love, love. Okay, cool. I'm just trying to make sure that nobody has any questions. And Andre is on here too, answering the questions as well, if you guys have any. So, and yes, I will have a PDF of all of this and I will share the slides with you guys. So Emerald phase 2. Emerald is obviously you need to do those activities that you've been doing, your personal development, growing yourself, posting on social media, all that stuff. But what happens when you hit Emerald is you're starting to be okay with the idea of building a team, of being a leader. But newsflash, you're going to be a leader by default, by position, which is the lowest level of that a leader can be. If you ever read a John C. Maxwell book, he talks about this. It's by default. You're congratulations, you're an upline. And you're probably like, holy crap, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say to them, which if, let's just be real for 2 seconds, that might be the reason that you haven't recruited anybody yet or heavily, because you don't know what to say to them. You don't know what to do. That was me. What if they quit? What if they hate me? What if they ask me a question that I can't answer? And you start freaking out. You're like, screw it. I'm just going to not do this recruiting thing. And you never end up building a team. But the idea of building a team to me became, it wasn't always, I was terrified to do it, but it quickly became my favorite part about the business because it's where I saw my coaches' biggest transformations. Like imagine having someone that you help like in your challenge group and they lose weight and they see an amazing physical transformation. Imagine that, plus they get to quit their full-time job and stay home with their little 1-year-old and they don't have to end up sending them to daycare. Like, whoa, that's way better. So to me, that became my association with recruiting, which is why I got so good at it, because I just became really, really passionate about it. So what do you do though? Let's say you start signing up coaches, you've hit Emerald, you signed up your mom, your best friend, your husband, whatever. That's what I did. I signed up Andre and my mom, and that's how I hit Emerald. I didn't do anything fancy, but I wanted the momentum. And that's what this rank and this phase means to me. It's your momentum. So from there, when you start recruiting, let's call them real coaches, what the heck do you say to them? Like that freaked me out. And I kind of did like the whole fake it till you make it thing. And I was like, we've got this. And it wasn't really faking it because I really did believe. I was like, we are going on this train and we're going like straight north. Like this is happening. And people can sense that. And so I did have people that started to sign up and I was like, okay, so this is what I would suggest you do to first help them. Obviously, it goes without saying, direct them to the Team Upper University. You can use the welcome email that you received. All of that is there for you. You can add them to the Team Upper group. Like that's taken care of. And if they have a question, they can post it up in Team Upper, post it in the FAQ, or if they ask you, you can quickly go check the FAQ or send them to the FAQ. None of that needs to be an issue. But the first thing you should do, and as I'm saying this, some sirens might be going off in your own head being like, maybe I need to do this first. So 1, check out their Facebook and scope out their Instagram. Both are equally important. And assess their social media game. Does their social media look like they're being a product of the product, that they're doing their workouts, that they're excited? It doesn't have to be perfect, but are they excited and sharing their workouts and sharing their life? And that's really like, they don't have to share every part of their life, but sharing that lifestyle, like I said, and sharing the health and fitness part of it and sharing their journey. Or does it look like a storefront with a bunch of ads just like barfed all over their page? And that's what you have to assess, and you have to help them with that. The other thing that I strive to help new coaches with is to figure out their story. Like, what's your deal? What makes you tick? And that's something that you can really help a new coach pinpoint. If you haven't done this yet, I encourage you to do this. You don't have to be everything to everyone. You need to be able to find your avatar. If you don't know what that means, it basically means your ideal coach, your ideal person that you're trying to attract. And that made me feel such at ease as a newer coach whenever I started posting on social media, because I legit was just trying to be everything. I was trying to be, just very general about what I posted. I didn't want to offend anybody. I didn't want to come off like a nerd. I didn't want to come off too girly, like all of that stuff. And when I honed in really, really hard on who I actually am, in terms of my fitness journey and putting on 10 pounds of muscle versus losing weight, that I started to attract those types of people. And I encourage you to do the same. Like, what's their deal? Like, what do they stand for? Why do they want to do all of this? And then the other thing that I think is really interesting, and I quickly touched on this, love language. I don't know if you guys know what the love language is. There's a ton of things like this. Like you can Google all of these tests, but there's like the GEMS, there's the color code, there is like animals, there's all of these different things. I personally love the love language concept, which is, there's 5 different love languages. Whoever has read the book can help me out on this. There's physical touch, which hopefully none of your coaches, it's physical touch because you can't hug them through the screen. That'd be weird. Words of affirmation, gifts, time, and acts of service. So a lot of coaches, it'll be quality time. They will value having your quality time and you hanging out together. Like I know so many of my coaches they go on the Success Club trips because they just want to freaking have margaritas together. Like it's all they want. And so you have to know if your coach would much rather be recognized on Facebook than being sent like a big old whopping gift. Like to me, I just want all of them. Like I just think it's all amazing. But I'm someone that I would much rather, not be like on like, let's say we're at Summit and like, let's go to dinner and like, let's do all of the things. Like I would much rather not that. And I would much rather just be like I said, tell me I'm pretty and buy me some stuff. Like it makes me super happy. it makes it really easy for Andre. Like when we were younger, he would try and figure out like, okay, I'm going to like drive her here. I'm going to do all these things for her. And I'd be like, eh. And it's the same thing. It's the same thing in your relationship. So you have to see it that way with your coaches. Like what makes them feel valued? And for a lot of people, it's words of affirmations, but ask them what it is. There's a little test that they can do. And then the gems is like how a person thinks. I am a cold-blooded Ruby, which means that you are very competitive and you are very driven by recognition and by ranks. So that is 100% me. Many new coaches are pearls. I was a pearl and I evolved to a bloodthirsty Ruby, which they're not that bad, but that's what I am. So super interesting to just, hopefully you guys get my point, is understand your people, like understand what makes them tick, because they might not be the same as you and you might not know how to talk to them. You might freak them right out for all you know. So the other thing, as an Emerald, you kind of need to scale it back to yourself as well. Don't just make it all about your coaches. I would say make it like less than 20% about your coaches, like 10% about your coaches and 80+% about you and your business, because you should still be doing those core activities. You should be assessing your own social media. And I constantly see this. I think that as a really great coach, you need to quickly understand the difference between a business post, so a coaching post, a lifestyle post, that type of thing, a fitness post, and a fluff post. A fluff post, perfect example, is what I posted yesterday on my fitness page, a picture of Carl. That adds zero value to anybody's life except for the fact that he's really cute and it's hilarious. That's it. Did I still edit it and filter it and make it pretty? Yeah. But it doesn't add anything. Do I do that all the time? No. Do I get a lot of likes? Yes. So that's why I do it. It adds engagement. It's exciting. But you have to know the difference. And where I see fluff posts is literally just like, here's a picture of my kid, and then here's the full album of my kids, and then here's another album of my dog and my cat. And it's like zero value. Or sharing stuff from other pages like giveaways and like stuff, just ads and all like the leggings and things from different stores. That won't grow your business. You really do have to see your social media as your brand. Like if you think of like Coca-Cola or Red Bull or like Lululemon or Lorna Jane is like a perfect example. If you went to their fan page and their Facebook, you would never see them sharing random stuff. It would be quality posts that they've created, right? So kind of assess yourself to that level. And then your own business growth. And these are two tangible things that I think that an Emerald coach should be doing. And this was something that really helped me move forward in my business. I created a 5-minute video, not long, and the shorter the better, I'll be honest. If it's over 10 minutes, you've lost them. Create a quick 5-minute video, like literally, where's my donut? Oh, it's upstairs. I have a little donut phone holder and I just put it on top of a cup and I film myself and I'll press start and I'll be like, ah, and I talk for 5 minutes and then and it's okay if you restart, but I think it's better if you don't give yourself that option and you're just comfortable and you go and you speak to that one avatar. So one invite post for challengers. So something that, let's say someone says, hey, how did you get your transformation? Like, I want to do what you're doing or anything like that. And you're like, hey, I actually have a video that I filmed. Would it be cool if I send it to you? They write back and they're like, okay, sure. You send it to them, you write them, just please, and this is a tip, please let me know. Can you do me one favor? Can you please let me know if once you've watched this and if there's any questions that you have? Did I word that right, Andre? So that's how we say it, to get them to answer back. And usually I'll send a voice memo to follow up. And that was the thing that launched my business. And then I got really good because I did that for coaching as well. So I had those 2 videos, because there's 2 buckets in your business. You have your challenge group and you have your team, and you have to constantly be filling both buckets, because not everybody wants to become a coach. Not everybody just wants to do the fitness thing. Some people want to do the fitness thing and they want to grow a freaking business. So one thing, and I know that this for some people might be like hashtag duh, but truth, if I scoped this whole call and went and searched all of your Facebooks, I would bet my bottom dollar that less than 50% of the people on this call have a challenge group running right now. Do you have a challenge group that is currently running now? Not, hey, my challenge group's going to start next week. Do you have one running now? And you have another one starting in 2 weeks. Like that, to me, can I just real talk? Then you don't have a business. If you don't have a challenge group, you don't have a business, because you're not helping anybody. The only way around this is if you're a brand new coach and your upline is co-hosting with you and they're helping you. But let's be real, there's a ton of tools like the Team Upper University. There's a ton of tools. There's like the full schedule of posts that you literally have to go copy, paste, day 1, copy, paste, day 2, and cheer on your challengers and be like, hey, I worked out today. Did you guys that's a challenge group. That's your job. So if you answered no to that last question, you are not yet a coach. You don't have a business yet. So turn the lights on your business and open your challenge group. It's not that scary. And I knew that a lot of people were saying that I have a clean week challenge group or I have a free clean eating challenge group. It's not the same thing. That's a freemium that's going to lead you into it. I'm going to talk to you guys about freemiums and funnels and all that, but that's not a challenge group. You need people that are doing the 80-day freaking obsession with their challenge pack. And to me, that's a business. That's how you run a business. And I get it. It's scary. I was terrified. I get it. But that's what you need to be doing at Emerald level. And you guys should, I think Emerald level should also be following that win the week checklist. So Diamond. I feel like this, I use this picture, one, obviously, because it's pink. Can you guys see the full, you guys can see the full slide, right? And is this helpful? Yay. Okay. So I used the phone, one, because it was pink, but also because it was like, we're here and like, we're yelling and like things are happening. That's, I don't know. That's how I see Diamond. It's like, it's getting real. And also just a vision of me doing a team call by myself. So, oh, I totally had notes that I wanted to follow. Okay, can we go backwards 2 seconds? Because I just want to humanize this for a second, because I know I'm saying like I'm spitting all this stuff out. I want to quickly take you guys through the phases, and this will be super fast. As a brand new coach, and these were all moments that I hit like that stuff that you guys might be hitting. As a brand new coach, I had never made a sale. I had never hit Success Club. I didn't even have one Success Club point on the board for a few months. And I felt like a total failure. Truth, I was like, maybe I should quit this thing. Looking back, had I quit, I would not be sitting here today. We would probably not be sitting, Andre and I wouldn't have this house. Like none of you guys would be here if I would have given up. So think about that for the future. But I was going to quit. And this is what kind of put me over the edge. And this might happen to you guys. So I finally mustered up the courage to invite one of our friends. We had 2 friends that were over for dinner, Mike and Dan. They were both there. I like hanging out with dudes. I'm like a guy's girl. I don't like drama. So Andre had his friends over. They're my friends too. And one of the guys goes, hey, what's that workout that Andre's doing? I'm like, oh, it's Body Beast. And he's like, I want to do that. And I was like, in my head, like, has anybody else been through this? Like their first sale that they've ever made? I was like, oh my God, I'm going to make a sale. This is happening. This is getting real. Oh my God. And I was so excited. And then he's like, yeah, I'll get it from you. Like, you sell that? I'm like, yeah, I'm a Beachbody coach. And I didn't know what else to say. I like froze and I was freaking out. And then the other friend goes, dude, I'll download that for you. Don't friggin' buy it. And I was like, oh no. I was like, this is going to happen every time. So long story short, I was totally defeated. I wanted to quit that night. In that moment, for whatever reason, I had my phone on me because I obviously just checked out of the conversation because I was like, I hate life right now. This is so hard. And it was like the one time. That's why I feel like a lot of people like, I've invited so much, but in reality, you only invited one person and it felt like so much work because it was so scary. And I looked down at my phone and I messaged my coach and I was like, dude, I'm like frustrated. I don't know what to do. And that soul act, and so many of you guys will not do this. You will go into witness protection program. When stuff doesn't go your way, you're like, I'm going MIA now because it's not rolling. And you don't talk to your coach, and your coach is there to help you with stuff like that. And so that was one of the best decisions. I reached out to my coach. I was honest. I was like, this is so difficult. I don't know what to do. Like, if you've ever said that, like I did too, like I was right there, but I didn't give up. And so Dan ended up buying Body Beast from me 3 months later. What? Because he did download it and it sucked and he wanted the whole freaking thing. He was like, this is like half-assed. Like, I want the whole thing. And P.S., I had downloaded Asylum, Combat, one of them a long time ago. And I was like, it's not the same. So if that's ever one of your like stupid limiting beliefs, like just, I'll tell you, but things always come around. So he ended up, Dan. So he ended up joining my challenge group, and he was a dude, which is hilarious. Like my only ever male challenger. Then Emerald. And I'm going to talk to you guys about this in the diamond phase, because you're going to start to have coaches that are going to pop Emerald and that are going to advance, and they need that level of vision. And my first vision for myself was not a rank. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't really understand Success Club. I didn't really understand the ranks. All I knew is that I wanted to be able to afford a trip to Disney World for me and Andre. That's all I knew. I had no idea how much the trip would cost. I knew it would be around $3,000-ish, but I was like, I want to make enough that we are comfortable in our life and we can go. That's what I wanted to do. And you guys, like through all of the thick and thin and all of the stuff that I went through, and trust me, I went through stuff, I just kept that vision in front of me. Like, I just kept thinking, like, we're going to be sitting our asses on that bench on the boardwalk one day and be like, we did it. And that's why, like, if you guys have ever heard me say a story, like I cry every time, because it was such a clear vision in my head. And then to see it come true, like imagine that vision that you have for yourself to like walk across the stage at Summit and then you're walking. Like that's pretty powerful. Like if when it happens, and if the way that it does happen is that you don't treat it like it would be nice if, it's like when it motherfucking happens, this is going to be amazing. And that's to me what it has to be like. And it's a non-negotiable. And that's what it was for the Disney trip. And that was my vision. Like I didn't have this profound why of like, I want to change the world and I want to help women get healthy and fit. Like, yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Like I love helping people with their confidence, but that wasn't my why. It was like, I want to go friggin' Disney World and I want to be able to afford these memories for me and my family and not have him have to always pay for it. So that was huge for me, like to contribute. So, okay, on to Diamond. Diamond for me was rough. So it was important that I share those two stories because those were like puppy league compared to the shit that I went through as a Diamond coach. As a brand new Diamond coach, I had an Emerald coach, one of my only Emerald coaches. So when you go Diamond, you have 2 emeralds, 1 on each leg. And that's like the base. I call that like a razor thin diamond. That's like you're just there. And that's why I say never stay at Diamond. Keep going and keep building leaders. And I'm going to talk to you guys about this. But I had one of my Emerald coaches. She was a consistent Success Club hitter. She would hit Success Club 6 every single month. She had been a coach for about 3 months and she was Emerald. And she'd even come to events. So I'm like, this is amazing. Like, this is awesome. Things are rolling. And you guys might have heard me say this story on last week's team call. She quit. She didn't call me. She didn't text me. I saw her email, the email from corporate that comes up like coach cancellation. And this will happen. Just so you guys know, I'm preparing you. Like, I think it's better to anticipate things like this and then not be like, completely defeated by it. It's business. Things happen. And I got very good at being okay with these things. And it's a lot of ups and downs. Like in this business, we have very, very high highs. Like we rock a freaking Cinderella dress on stage and we like go to the Beachbody Oscars at Summit, which is what I like to call them. Like it's ridiculous. Success Club trips and all that. You hit ranks and you're recognized. And then you have coaches quit on you and they don't even send you a message and you thought that you were friends. Like those are the hardest moments. And I saw the email go through. And you guys, I had the most dramatic fit I think I've ever had. Like if there would have been a camera in my office, it was when we lived in our condo, like people would have probably laughed at how dramatic it was. But I literally did one of those, like I had my phone because I got the email and I went like, and I like slammed against the wall and like dropped down to the floor and I just like started crying. And I was like, I can't do this. This is so hard. And I wanted to quit. I was like, I'm done. Like I just hit Diamond. Like I can't do this. Lucky enough, I never dropped Diamond because I'm like, this girl's not going to take me down. I was going to say another word. This girl's not going to take me down. And I was so defeated though. And I wanted to quit. And this is what came of it. There's always something that comes of it. Every single time that I've ever gone through anything excruciating in this business, there was always a silver lining. And there was always like a light at the end of the tunnel. Whenever I got out of that freaking mud, there was always something that like took me further, helped me learn, like always. One of those 2 coaches that helped her go Emerald was her cousin. Her cousin is still on the team. Her cousin went Diamond like a month after that. So I no longer had this like fair weather Emerald coach anymore. I had a freaking leader that was like, I'll do this. And I like you as my upline, like, let's hang. And it worked. Like it actually worked out. So that to me is just proof to never take things at face value. Like always keep moving forward and don't play the dramatic, like I'm gonna die and this is the worst thing ever. Cause trust me, you will go through way worse. I've been through many things in this business and I survived every single time. The other thing, she's probably on this call. So at this level is when you're going to probably you're going to have a team. Obviously you're going to have a team of over 12 people, probably. I would hope that's what it takes to go Diamond. By the way, you have 8 total, 4 on each leg. 2 of them are Emerald, so there's 2 more. So total, that's 12 little humans on your team. Wow. That to some people it seems like a lot. To others, it's like, I can do that. When you know what helps, whenever you map it out and you draw it out for yourself, that's when it becomes real. So I went Diamond and I was like, I guess I have to like open up a team group. And I think I was a little bit past Diamond if we're being real. And I opened up my team group and there was nothing happening. Like crickets. I would do calls like this. Like how many people are on this call? Like 100 and we're maxed out for sure. I think there's like over 110 people. You guys, I had 0 people on my freaking calls. I would show up. It would be like 8 p.m. and I'd be like, yay. Oh shit, they're not coming. And no one showed up to my calls. And you know what I did? One day I was like, I think I'm going to cry. Like I can't do this. And I would hit record and I would do the call anyways. And those calls ended up being recorded. No one could see that no one was on. They didn't know. Like when this goes live, you guys won't be able to see that anybody was on or no one was on. I could just be talking to myself with the chat group. No one knows, but that's how I did it. And those were used in my then Team Upper University. She is on the call. So anyways, I start the group and I'm excited and it's crickets. And then one day a coach posts in the group and I was like, oh my God, Audrey, someone posted in our group. I'm so excited. And I was like, they care. Yay. This is what it was. It was a Shakeology shaker cup like this with this much wine in it. And the person was like, this is not fair. This is all the wine that I'm allowed to have on the 21-day fix. And I was like, what the fuck? I can't, what do I do? Like they're upset and I don't know what to do and they're not talking about business. It was Lauren McHugh, who is now a frigging elite coach. That was the funniest shit of my life. But it just showed, like, I didn't know. I was like, oh my God, they hate me. They hate their program. Elite coach. So just saying. Okay. Sorry, Lauren, I had to share that. And she's like she is the biggest advocate for every single program and Shakeology. And I always say that about her. I'm like, she'll punch you in the face if you say anything bad about Beachbody. So all of that, hopefully that like resonates with some of you guys. So the crickets will end. Obviously we went from like 0 people on our calls to 100 and some, and we maxed them out now. And I need to like expand the calls. But when you hit diamond, you need to keep going with the other activities. You need to have that level of self-discipline. I actually pulled this for you guys. I just bought this. You guys can get it off of Amazon. This is not to make you guys buy shit, but what it is a timer. It's kind of like one of those tomato timers. Like I just turn it on its side and then it'll start and it'll go for 15 minutes or 60 or whatever. And so what I do is I time myself. I am very self-disciplined. When you work for yourself, you can't just watch Netflix all day. So to get what I got done today, like the amount of stuff on my to-do list this morning was, to say the least, overwhelming. But I timed myself. I gave myself 60 minutes to do my sneak peek videos. I filmed, I edited everything. I'm going to have a YouTube video up later today. I had to prep this team call. Like we had a lot. We had a diamond call. There was a lot of stuff. You have to be self-disciplined. If you want to move forward, you've got to have your shit together. This to me is when the confidence really comes out. Like I said, this is when it feels real. Like things are starting to roll. You have a team of people. You have clarity on your why, like I shared about the Disney story, and it continues to evolve. And what you have to learn as a diamond coach is that you will probably reinvent yourself. Like once I went to Disney, I was like, now what? Like that wasn't my why forever. My why is still not, I want to go to Disney this year. Like, yeah, of course I do. But it became bigger and bigger and bigger every single time. And I reinvented my brand and I reinvented myself. And that's the fun part about this business. You don't have a boss that says, sorry, honey, we can't do that. You can't reinvent your brand this year. Like you could do whatever the hell you want. And that's the best part about the business. You continue the activities that you did as Emerald always, and you continue helping your coaches. What you need to figure out as a diamond level coach, and this is why I say it gets fun here and you get to be more creative, you should be able now to pinpoint, because you've been on all of these different platforms. You've been on Facebook and you've been on Instagram, hopefully. And by this point, you can start to assess what platform you should be on. Like, should you be more focused on YouTube like I've done lately? Like I love video and I think video is the way to go. So I was able to pinpoint that at diamond level-ish rank and focus all of my attention on that in terms of social media. Where is my time best spent on social media? This is also where I would say that the percentage of like how much you're talking with your coaches and how much you're dealing with your coaches expands a little bit, but I would still say 80-20, 80% your business, 20% your coaches. Like this is what happens when a lot of coaches go diamond. They pull back on everything that got them. That's why I say continue the activities. They pull back on everything that got them to diamond and they go into babysitter mode. Like, let's just help Sally and everybody else achieve their ranks and achieve their goals, but I'm going to stop doing my stuff and stop hitting Success Club, but they still need to hit Success Club. And that's where diamond coaches will fall short, because they stop doing the things that got them there. So where's your time best spent? Figure that out. How do you set yourself apart as, sorry, Sally, I always use that name as an example. I'm sorry. So to me, to set yourself apart, and when you look at coaches just on our team alone, when you look at a coach like Melissa O'Shea, who's a mom of 2, she filmed a diamond video today that was amazing for our diamond training. And, you know, she's got her 2 little ones. She produces the most adorable children, by the way. Mom of 2, she has like the best Snapchat stories. Like there's chaos happening all around her and she's like making it happen. And then you have someone like Mandy Kai that's like, you know, everything must be like stark white. And like, if there's any color anywhere, it's like not okay. And everything's like clean and pristine. And she'll like edit everything. Like two totally different brands, like completely different brands, two incredibly successful coaches, like ridiculously successful. Does Mandy go around being like, I wish I had children so that I could be better branded? Like, I've heard this before. I've heard, Angie, it's not fair because you like Disney and you have something to talk about. Dude, everybody has something to talk about. Everybody has something that they're passionate about. And if you're using it as an excuse, you need to dig a little bit deeper and figure out what fuels your fire. So that kind of leads into my checklist or my win the week for diamonds. But inviting, to me, that's one of those critical activities that you can't stop doing. And the way that I kind of upped my inviting game from just sending out that little individual video, the 5-minute video to each coach, what I would do is I would do massive call to actions. You could do Facebook ads at this level. You can start investing a little bit of your earnings into ads on Instagram, on YouTube, on Facebook. But you can do ads everywhere. There's Google AdWords, there's Facebook ads, there's Instagram ads, like everywhere. And so doing call to actions and creating funnels. Like a funnel, just so you guys know, a funnel is like, I posted a video on YouTube and I'm starting to grow a following. And I said, I called it something like change your life. And in that I say, work out with me. And I have the link to apply to join my challenge group. I have challenge group applications weekly because of that. That's a funnel. I have different funnels that are constantly streaming into, again, the 2 buckets, challenge group and team always. And where they go is into a sneak peek. And hosting a sneak peek is not something that you need to feel like you need to do right away. Most of you were probably in a sneak peek when you signed up to be a coach. It's just a way to be able to connect with more people, to build that community early, to set the tone. And I just think that it's fun. Like, I loved it. Whenever I started doing this, I was like, this is amazing. Like, I can answer everybody's questions. I get excited about it. I make applications through either Woofu, Google Form, Typeform. There's a ton of free websites that you can use to do a little application. Just makes it more legit. So this is something that the girls pushing for diamond, girls, I think we have a couple dudes in there too. The girls and the dudes pushing for diamond in our diamond group, they already got this week, but I wanted to share it with you guys. This is my version of the win the week for a diamond coach. And what you guys will see different in here is more invites, more connections. You're checking in with your team, which you can see is 1 of 7. So obviously it's not everything that you need to be doing. You're doing Instagram stories, you're working on social media, personal development, invites and sneak peeks all the freaking time. So this is from a book, not the actual picture, obviously I made this myself, but the concept of the scorecard is from a book called The 12-Week Year. And I think that that's a magnificent book for anyone that has a team already, even if it's a team of 2 people and you're emerald and you're going for that like diamond, star, diamond rank. Anybody can do this. So many people will take 12 months to achieve things that can be done in 12 weeks. And that's the concept of the book. And I'm obsessed with it. It's literally going to make you, if you listen to it at 1.5 times the speed, like Jade Raymond does. Jade, is it 2 times speed or 1.5 times speed? She listens to her audiobooks really fast. And that one, if you listen to it really fast, you're going to be like, oh my God, I need to go diamond. Like right now, this is happening. And you get really excited. 2 times, good Lord. I love that book. And I listened to that on faster speed and I was amped. And I've read it once and I've listened to it twice. It's an incredible book. So I will get you guys a PDF version of this as well. I shouldn't say PDF. It's like a printable, more props. So this is how I do it. I basically print it out. You do your check marks every single day. You add it up at the bottom. It's pretty straightforward. It's either you did it or you didn't. Then the coveted star diamond. So phase 4. Obviously you continue. Obviously you continue your activities and beyond. That to me is no matter what. Personal development. To me, you don't have to feel like a crummy leader. You can do personal development on leadership. Like I had personal development seasons. Whenever I first got started, I was like, hey, we're going to focus now on communication because I sucked. I would say so much on videos. I would have filler words. I wouldn't know what to say. I was shy. I didn't speak up. I just said but I would do videos in the middle of the night and I would almost like whisper and it was weird. So I worked on communication. I worked a lot with people like Shalene Johnson and just learning how to talk on video and talk on camera because it's a huge part of our business. Like I'm not going to sugarcoat it. If you are someone that you're like, I do not want to be on social media at all, you're missing the boat. one, it's how I built my entire business. Two, it's a great way that you can be a millionaire by the time that you're 30 freaking years old and do it from anywhere. Andre and I are hopping a flight to Florida in a couple weeks. We can work from anywhere. You can't say that with most jobs. So that's, to me, that's painting the picture. So leadership, I love John C. Maxwell, like love John C. Maxwell. 5 levels of leadership. There's a smaller version. I like small books. I don't have that much attention span. I bought it for Caitlin Metz. I bought myself another one because it was so good. It's gold. It's called How Successful People Lead. Love. And in that, he talks about the 5 different levels. Love. And that's what I was saying. That position is the base level. Amazing. Now, you know how I said I remember the moment I became a diamond coach? I know exactly where I was. And the reason why is I was at a Tony Robbins seminar. I was at UPW, which is Unleash the Power Within, where I would call it, I immersed myself in personal development. It was 4 days straight of personal development. And I think that if you struggle with limiting beliefs, with fears, with anything, you need to go to one of these things. And I'm just putting it out there. We're going to do one this year as a team. If you guys want to go to Chicago, Casey, are you going in March? I feel like we talked about this. That's so exciting. Oh my God, I'd die for you. Where is it? Jersey? Or it's in New York, right? Or Chicago? No, Chicago's in July. So in July, I will be in Cali. That's gonna be huge. You're probably gonna have Pitbull there. I'm jealous. So he always has people come up on stage and it's gonna be amazing. So Chicago, July, I will be going with my Star Diamond coaches. You guys are all welcome to go. If you want a ticket, I'm gonna bring it up. I'll figure out tickets for you guys. I can get you guys a deal on it and all of that good stuff. I'm not paying for everybody to go. I'm not that rich yet. But honestly, it changed my life. And what I did, I had set a goal for myself. I went with Andre as a baby diamond coach. And I thought to myself, like, wouldn't it be crazy cool to take 10 coaches to this? Because it changed my life. Like, it completely changed my life to go to that. I love Tony Robbins. And I thought, what if I took 10 people? That would be around $10,000 plus more than 10,000. I used my entire quarterly bonus. My quarterly bonus that month that I got was 17 grand. I used the whole thing to take my coaches. That was some of the best, and Andre wasn't there and I wish that he could have experienced it. It was some of the best money I ever spent in my life to see those girls transform and with me and to be able to experience that with them, like completely indescribable. And that's what this business is about, you pay it forward, you do stuff like that for the people that you truly believe in. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to take it up a notch and do it with my Star Diamond coaches because obviously our team has grown, and I've never been to Chicago. So let's be real. That's also why I want to go. So if you have not been, we will go. That's why I put it in there. But I do think that it's important that you do stuff like that and you invest, not just in ads and all that type of stuff in your business, but invest in you too. Invest in personal development. There's some sort of a metric that for every dollar you spend on personal development, you can expect to get it back in your business times 10 or something like that. And I will tell you that that's so true. So from here, again, you would expand your social media. You dive in deeper to $7 for everyone. Thank you, Jade. So expand your social media. This is where you dive in deep. Like this is when I started investing in things like Marketing Impact Academy and all of these trainings that really, I did one called Jump Cut Academy that was like $1,000 to learn how to do YouTube and kick ass at it. And that is something that's completely exploded my business. And frankly, I love it. Like I live for it. And I love that I get to do all of this on my watch. I don't have any deadlines. It's me that chooses to do it. I feel creative. I feel fulfilled. And it all fuels my business. Like I love that. So figure out how you can expand your social media if you're at this level. And then your team, like your team now becomes, I would say, almost close to 50% of your time. And this is how I'll tell you to divide it. It's the smartest way you can do it. You can either wake up in the morning and do all team stuff. You can do your one-on-one calls with your leaders. You focus and you pinpoint your top people. This is how you have to see your business. You're on a train moving forward. There will be people that are going to have the brakes on parked next to you. Do not stop the freaking train to go back and get them. If they want to start driving and match your pace, then awesome. You'll reach out your hand, you'll be there and you can lock arms with them when they reach your pace, but do not ever go backwards. I made that mistake once and it was just probably the worst thing that I could have done in my business. You have to work with the willing, always. The speed of the leader, speed of the pack. When you're going, the ones that want to will match your pace. So develop those leaders. So doing those one-on-one calls, doing mastermind calls, even as groups is critical. So we have this like top secret group called the Treehouse. and it's diamond and beyond coaches, but it's not, I shouldn't say diamond. It's like coaches that are crushing Success Club, that are going for star diamond, like legit, like the top leaders on Team Uproar. Most of them are team leader ranked on the leadership ladder, that to put you in perspective. So earning over $1,000 a month at least. And they have strong weekly volume, like they understand the business. And what we do on there is we do mastermind calls. That's what we were just on, was a version of that. So from there, you can do retreats. Like I was talking about, I'm going to take the girls to Tony Robbins. Gifts, I do team tank tops. I do like shaker cups. I've done mean girl beanies before. Like that's the beauty of the business. You get to spoil the crap out of your people. Like, and if you're thinking now, like, I don't have the money to do that. What if one day you do? And wouldn't it be freaking cool to just make someone's day? I think someone's day might actually, I have a delivery that I have to track. There's like somebody on the team is not expecting. I'm excited. I love giving gifts. It's my love language. And that's the thing, when something's your love language, you love doing it as well. Like I love recognizing people with my words. Like that's why I always do really beautiful posts, because I know it means the world to me. And I love giving gifts just as much as I love receiving them. So team culture, team group, this all comes into play. So to me, and if I can just say something, I know we quickly talked about Summit and events, but if you can go to Summit and hang out with your team in person, I can almost guarantee you that your business will skyrocket. The difference in the coaches that go to Summit is everything. Like even just being there with their people and like attending the seminars together and doing the workouts together, like it's everything. So from there, I wanted to share this with you guys. So me and a couple of the top coaches on Team Uproar, we're going to be putting together, and everybody's invited to this that hits diamond. And it's super simple. It's like cut and dry. The coaches that are diamond by Valentine's Day at midnight will be the coaches that are invited. So we're putting together, I called the Girls Boss Academy. It will eventually end up in the Team Uproar University. But what we want to train you guys, you know how I was saying that I spent like $1,000 on that Jump Cut Academy and then another $2,000 on the Marketing Impact Academy and all of that stuff. We're going to share all of that knowledge with you guys. So we're going to dive into like video, Instagram, but like the real stuff, like not just how to set up your profile page, like real stuff, like how we're funneling people into our business, how we film our videos, forms, applicate, like all of that stuff that really moves our business. The biggest part in this, and Andre put this together, so I have to give him props. He's put together a full team leader training and how to go team leader. So if you guys ever check your back office, you'll see the leadership ladder. And it's important for you to know where you're at on that, because to me, that says more than rank, because that's how much you're earning. That's how much your team is doing. And to me, when you start hitting team leader, you've made it. That's when you can start considering leaving your full-time job. If you've ever wondered that question, that's what it is. It's when you can leave your full-time job is when you start hitting team leader and you're growing from there. I think that that's how it is. So $1K a month, we're going to teach you how to do that and really give you like the blueprint as to how to break that down. And it's simple. We start on February 15th with the Diamond coaches on Team Uproar. You have to be paid Diamond. You have to take a screenshot of your back office and send it to us. It's like the easiest thing in the world for us to know. So it's not about any other points or it's literally star or Diamond, and it'll be taught by the Star Diamond coaches on Team Uproar. Okay. Does anybody have any questions? And before I hop off, I wanted to make one quick point. Oh, and then my last story. Okay, so I had another defeating moment. I have like 7 minutes left, so I'll share my defeating moment and then my aha moment, because I wanted everybody to know about this. So when I hit I should say elite. This was Star Diamond and beyond, by the way. This goes for like elite, 5-star, 15-star, like it never stops. And hopefully the message that you guys got in this is always evolving. And for me, I hit speed bumps, just like anybody else does, just like I did my first week as a coach or that couple weeks in, whenever I was crying at my dining room table because Dan didn't want to sign up with me. So I hit something similar in my business where Andre and I had worked super, super hard, and we wanted to go on the said trip to Disney. And as a joke, I was like, hey, babe, are we going? Ha ha ha. Because he knows my story, right? And I always share it on any call that I do of how my why was to take us to Disney World. And he was like, actually, we can't. And I didn't, for the life of me, understand why. And I have to say, I'll just be honest, I was mad. I felt a level of resentment towards the business because I had worked so hard and we had made money, but we still didn't have the level of freedom that I thought that we would have. I really didn't. I was like, this is bullshit. Like I had worked so hard, and I was like, we're at this big dog rank. We're like 2-star Diamond Plus, and we're like bringing in the dough, and we have our dream house and all this stuff. And you're telling me that we still can't go on a trip? Like, is this how life is going to be? I think that's the line I used. What? Oh no, I learned this at a Tony Robbins seminar, and I don't do it anymore because he taught me how stupid it is. But I used to go, I can't, and I can't do that anymore because it's so. But I was so mad, and I was like, I can't deal with this, and I was pissed because I felt like we had worked so hard. And you guys might feel this at any level in the business, that you worked so hard, and then something happens. You're like, is this even worth it? Like, I'm trying, and then something happens. And so with that, we were supposed to go to Disney. We didn't. It was August. We were supposed to go in September. And then mid-August, and for whatever reason, I was on my front balcony. So I always had this dream, since I'm like a little girl, to have a front balcony. And me and Carl were sitting out there, and Andre came outside, and he sat down next to me, and he was like so nonchalant. And he was like, I have a way that we can go to Disney. And I was like, okay, speak to me. I just thought we weren't going. So I was like, tell me more about this, fine sir. And he said, what if I quit my job? And I always cry at the thought of that moment, because of what it means. It was not about the trip to Disney. It was that I never in my wildest dreams thought that was even an option. And that was my first reaction. I was like, can we even do this? And he was like, yes, if I leave and my efforts go from someone else's dream to our dream, yes, 100% we can do this, and we can more than afford it. And it was that little, that little leap of faith that we had to take again, just like we had taken a leap of faith to start our business. We had to take that little extra jump into something, you jump more into the puddle. You know how I always say, like, don't tap your toe into the puddle, jump in the fucking lake. Like, we were jumping in the fucking lake. Like, we no longer had the security blanket that most people feel that they need. And so it was scary. Was it worth it? 100 motherfucking percent. But the reason why it makes me emotional is the thought of where we would be, relationship, health, all of that stuff. Not even just now, but if I think 5 years down the road and he was still going to work every single day, it's not a way to live. It was not a way to watch him live, to go every single day doing something that wasn't fueling his soul, that was exhausting him emotionally and physically. And I just know that he will probably live longer because of it. And that's, to me, what this business is about. It's about providing things for our family, not just about finances, about like legit freedom, not buying a fancy house and buying a fancy car and going on all the trips. It's being able to do those things, that if you want to do those things, if you want to surprise somebody with something, it's about the experiences. And that's what we were able to do. So yes, very frustrating moment, very mad. A ton of questions arise that you're like, do I do this? Do I throw it all away and do I walk? Or do you keep going and you end up again with the silver lining? And I hope that throughout this whole thing, you guys kind of saw a theme, and I'll just leave you guys with this. Never once did I take you guys through any of these phases where I told you to not continue the activities. I don't care if you become a multi-million-dollar earner in this business, if you're a multi-15-star diamond, do not ever become so cocky that you have to leave phase one. Phase one, always, every step of your business, you need to do the activities, or you won't have a foundation. It's going to come crashing down underneath of you. And I think that remaining and going back to that first reason why you wanted to do this is how you always remain in phase one, because you never stop hustling. It doesn't end in like the best way. So I will leave you guys now that I've embarrassed myself on a live call. I will post up the slides. I will post up the to-do list. I hope that this was helpful for you guys. I love you guys. Yes, family. I love you guys too. All right, you guys have a great night. I'm going to stop my share. Thank you for being on. Yeah, we maxed out the call. You guys are awesome. All right, dudes, have a great rest of your night. Go hustle. P.S. Huge congrats to the coaches that hit diamond. Brittany.